Hi, I'm Paige Elmer, and this is my Assignment 5 presentation for the film about any photographer for my critique. And for the film that I chose one of the documentaries called Finding Vivian Maier, and it was so good. I really enjoyed it. Basically, the premise of the film is John Maloof, who is the director and basically the narrator, the guy who put the whole film together. He found these negatives at an auction, like a whole huge box of them. Bought them at an auction for like $300, and he started developing them, and they were actually like amazing, beautiful photos. And so he goes on this whole quest to find out who did the photos and everything. And without spoiling too much, he uncovers such an incredible plethora of just artistic works. And then he goes on to discover more about who Vivian Maier is, who it turns out the artist is. So anyway, it's amazing. It's really amazing. I highly recommend it. How it relates to the subject we covered in this class, a lot of Vivian's work was very much street photography, but in the way that was kind of like our module where we photograph strangers. She used a camera, I forget the name of it, but basically it's one where you hold it and you look down, and you can hold it like lower and look down and just snap the photo. And she carried that camera around with her everywhere. It was always hanging on her neck, and whenever she would walk down the streets, she would just snap a photo, snap a photo, snap a photo, and most of the time people didn't even realize what was happening. So it was almost, I mean, she liked to photograph things that were very, very tragic, such as like very destitute looking homeless people, or she was a nanny and she photographed one of her kids getting hit by a car. So yeah. But yeah, so she was very much almost to the sense of voyeurism, the way that she photographed. It was very much a from an objective and kind of outsider point of view. She never saw herself inside of the moment she was photographing. I thought the film was very well made. I enjoyed it. A lot of documentaries kind of lose your interest. I think that this guy did really well in keeping interest. He kept coming up with, like plot twists in the little story that he was creating, to the point where the end, you're kind of like, wow, this is an incredible story. So I felt like it was well made. I felt like it was accurate, especially considering how, he literally, as he was finding all of these things, he was documenting them photographically and recording them like through video. So like all the things that he did and everything that he came up with was like researched well, and it was documented. So yeah, I would highly recommend this film. It's almost bittersweet in a way because, all of this work was discovered after this artist had passed, years after this artist had passed. So that part is kind of hard because it's like you wish that they could have experienced, the people loving their work now. I mean, her work now is, in museums and all over the world, because of what this guy did in discovering her work. So it's a very, very well done film. I highly recommend it. And I want to say that I wish Vivian Maier was alive and well today. And she was an incredible, incredible artist, incredible photographer, and had an amazing and brilliant mind. even though she was a little strange, which, let's face it, if you're an artist, that's kind of a given. Thank you.